I love the season of Advent, and I try to keep it as a time of preparation, doing everything I can to not celebrate Christmas before it gets here. But with the whole world going Christmas all around me, it's not easy. Sometimes I just give it.
I may be rushing things, but deck the halls again now. Oh, right this very minute. Candles in the window, candles at the street. Yes, we need a little Christmas. Right this very minute, we need a little Christmas now. And I know I'm supposed to wait. But waiting isn't always. The more you do that, the less I will sing in my homilies. I mean that. Waiting isn't always easy. It's not easy for kids. It's not easy for some adults. Waiting for Christmas isn't easy, even if you're only waiting for Christmas to be over. And besides all of that, if you follow the news these days, you know we really do need a little Christmas. Here in the United States and all around the world. And sooner than later. So I've started writing my what I want for Christmas letter, my Christmas wish list. But I don't write to Santa Claus. I go right to the top. I write to God, who is the giver of all good gifts. And I thought I'd share with you my first draft. Of my letter, my wish list. Dear God, I need a little Christmas, and I'm not sure I can wait for December 25th to arrive. I don't mean to be impatient, but I need a little Christmas right this very minute, just like the song says. So, Lord, here's what I want for Christmas. I want peace on earth, and I want lots of it, and I want it everywhere. I want peace in every place where daily life is threatened by terrorism, oppression, violence, war. I want peace for our troops who stand in harm's way. And I want an end to any war not worth waging. I want peace in our city streets, Lord, in our homes, and peace in our schools, Lord, at malls, in churches, temples, office buildings, any place where people gather. I want peace that would come with the end of the pandemic, with effective vaccines, agreed upon healthcare precautions. I want peace in my nation, Lord, peace between people who disagree, people on both sides of the aisle. Peace that brings all Americans together, one nation, under your rule, Lord, with liberty and justice for all. I want peace for my family, for my friends, and maybe, Lord, even a little peace for myself. And I want the kind of peace that lasts, the kind of peace that only you can give. That's why we need a little Christmas, Lord, because it's your birthday and you are the Prince of Peace. Next on my list, Lord, is safety and security for the most vulnerable, for the poor, the homeless, the hungry, for children waiting to be born, for children hoping to grow up, for immigrants and refugees, for the marginalized and the oppressed. For all of them, I want a warm place to stay, food on the table, decent health care, clothes on their back, and the freedom they need to be the people you created them to be. And Lord, don't forget the elderly, especially the sick and those who live alone. For all of them, I want safety and security, the safety and security of others who care for them tenderly and gently. And for Good Shepherd Parish, this Christmas, Lord, I want a real homecoming. Not just on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We know everybody will come on those times. But a homecoming that lasts Sunday after Sunday into the new year, bringing people home to prayer. Those who've been away, those who are angry and mistrustful of the church. I want a Christmas star in the sky again, Lord, guiding home all those hearts who long for you and who seek you. Lord, for Christmas, would you give us your mother, Mary, to comfort and console the lonely and all those who are grieving the loss of a loved one? Give them your mother to console them. Give them a season of joy to remind them of how much you love them and how much you love those they've lost. Give us angels and shepherds again, Lord, to guide us and tend us in caring for one another through the holiday times. Caring especially for those in troubled marriages. Families that are wounded, divided, estranged by strife and disagreements, resentments and grudges. Bring all of us the gifts, Lord, that all of us need. Patience, perseverance, understanding, compassion, mercy, healing, forgiveness. This Christmas, Lord, bring us all the love and humility we need to be kind to one another. To be kind especially to those who have not been kind to us. And Lord, I ask you to bring relief for those whose plates are filled to overflowing with trials and tribulations, problems. Relief for people with so many bills to pay and no paycheck coming in. Relief for people with worries and anxieties and fears. Relief, Lord, for those whose troubles just never seem to end. I don't want to be greedy, Lord, but that's not even the end of my list. There's more. Piled under the tree and stuffed into stockings, I also want to find daily news that's factual, wholesome, and uplifting. Truth to help us make good decisions and wise choices. Good jobs for good wages. Leaders we can trust in the government and in our church. Serenity for those who suffer depression. Respect for the environment and for all living beings. Recovery for the addicted. Healing for the sick. Justice for the oppressed. And freedom in the hearts of those who are in prison. I know I'm asking a lot, Lord. Maybe even too much. But please don't think me selfish. 2/3 of the world's people are starving or underfed. And they lack even the humble shelter of a stable that you found in Bethlehem. We need a little Christmas, Lord. We need to remember that it's your birthday. You wait for us. With the poor, you wait for us. And you wait, and you wait, and you wait. You wait for us to do more than we have done. To change the structures that keep the poor so very poor and the rich always getting richer. We need a little Christmas to remind us it's not all about toys, clothes, electronics. It's about the really important gifts that in our heart of hearts we all truly desire. Help us see, Lord, that Christmas is less about getting more and more about how much we already have and need to learn to share. That Christmas is about what we need to give, and give generously to those whose many needs are so much greater than our own. I know, Lord, that so many of the gifts I've asked for are already mine, already ours, to give, to share with others, in our families, among our friends and neighbors, at school, at work, in our parish, in our neighborhood, wherever there are people in need in the world. Many of these gifts, Lord, don't even cost any money. But to give them means we have to spend ourselves for others, even as you spent yourself for us on the cross. Forgive me for asking for so much, but it's true, Lord. We really do need a little Christmas, and we need it sooner than later. Well, that's my first draft. Once again this year, I find that I'm much quicker to tell the Lord what I want from Him than to stop and listen to find out what He might want from me this Christmas. After all, it is His birthday. He ought to get at least some of the presents. We're gathered here at the Lord's table, and even today, with Christmas almost 3 weeks away, even today, we find at this altar the very same gift we received on the first Christmas some 2,000 years ago. Here in the Eucharist, we don't have to wait for December 25th. Here we'll be given, we will receive the greatest gift of all. The gift of God's love for us in Jesus in the Eucharist, in the communion we share at His altar. Pray with me, brothers and sisters, that this gift of the Eucharist will open our eyes and our hearts to the gifts we really need, and more importantly, to the gifts we really need to give to others who so desperately need a share in the abundance that is ours. We don't have to wait till the 25th to find the gift of Jesus. He's already here with us this morning, right this very minute, in our Advent waiting, in our prayer, in the Scriptures, in communion. We need a little Christmas right this very minute. We need a little Christmas now.
Roll out the holly, put up a tree before my spirits fall again. Fill up the stockings, I may be rushing things, but get the